What's up, everyone? And I am kind of just driving through Waikiki right now. Nothing real big for today going on, but what I did want to do is I did want to give you guys like a slight update on what's going on. So this is regarding the move to Japan for the most part. So the Tokyo cases are like off the wide right now, basically. I believe there is about 700 new coronavirus cases yesterday just in the Tokyo area, and because of this the country might go back into a state of emergency, or different prefectures are going into state of emergency right now, which basically will affect whether or not they reopen their borders or not. Currently right now I believe their borders aren't open, and that's the problem, right? We need the borders to be open so that way we can move, because you gotta fly in there, of course. So just because of all of that, we might have to extend our stay here for about another month or so. So right now we're kind of just weighing and measuring. The CDC is working on the vaccine passports, and if that gets approved, then that would be great. But the way that we're looking at it, like, that's the government, and let's be honest, they don't really get things done as fast as you would like them to, in all honesty, right? So just because it's not as fast as we would like, it might just mean that we'll have to extend, and then we'll have to maybe get these passports, these vaccine passports, show that we've all been vaccinated, and then be able to go over there. Also, because of this, you might be thinking like, oh, why can't you just wait for the passport to come, and then once the passport comes, just head out? So the reason why is because since the dogs are coming with us, we have to basically have like an appointment for the airport we're flying into. So currently it's still Narita. If you guys remember, we were going to fly into Haneda first, but what happened was Haneda airport closed down with the flights from Hawaiian just because of the lack of tickets being bought, basically. There was no reason for them to keep scheduling flights if the seats weren't being filled. So because of that, we had to switch over to Narita because that's the flights that Hawaiian was having. So we switched over to Narita, which means we also had to reschedule our appointment with the dogs. And see, with the appointment with the dogs, we can extend it. So we can say, like, for instance, on the 5th, we're coming in, right? But if things change, we can't say, oh, we're coming in on the 3rd with the dogs. We can't do that. But we can say, oh, we're coming in on the 7th now with the dogs. So we can extend it, but we can't shorten it, basically, or make it sooner, prolong and shorten. I think you guys know what I mean. But that being said, it's looking like if we do have to stay, then what we'll do is we'll head back to Big Island for about a month or so. Chill out on Big Island. Probably do some more hikes. We didn't hit all the hikes. Maybe the coffee mill will be open, but that's what we're looking at now. And then go from there. So there's pretty much only about a month left here. Is it even a month? Like 3 weeks maybe here? About a month. 3 weeks is about a month. So anyway, there's like about a month here, and then after the month here, if we do stay in Hawaii for longer, then it'll be about a month on Big Island, because that's the soonest we'll be able to like reschedule, and then go from there. So hopefully, if we do have to stay longer, the CDC vaccine passports come out, we're able to get them, that all goes smoothly. And then because of all of that, come June, because the whole month, right, we were going to head over early May, but now it'll be a month, so it'll be early June now. So come early June, we'll be able to have our appointment with the dogs at Narita. Hopefully by then, maybe if we do extend, Haneda will open back up. Because the thing is, right, since we're going to Saitama, from Haneda, I believe it's a 2-hour drive from the airport. So we'll have the long flight. We'll have to wait at the airport for the dogs to go through all of their checks, right? Because that can take 12 hours at most. Or it could take the 120-day quarantine, where either my brother or I have to go back to the airport every day because someone has to be with them, right? So hopefully we don't get that, but that's why we're doing as much health precautions as we are with the dogs right now, to get our vets over here to make the certificates, and just getting the extra rabies vaccines for them, even if they might not need it. it might help push them so that way they don't need the 120-day quarantine, because that's what we're really trying not to have for them. So then at most we want the 12-hour one. It can be faster than that if everything goes smoothly, so even more so that would be great. But we'd have to wait for all of that to happen. So hypothetically speaking, let's say the 12 hours, right? We'll wait the 12 hours at the airport most. And then there would be a 2-hour drive from Haneda Airport to Saitama Prefecture to get to where we'll be staying. But since we're at Narita now, I think there's about an hour and 40 minutes, if not another 2 hours, from like the Narita Airport area to the Haneda Airport area. So just because of that, it'll be a 4-hour drive now from that airport to Saitama Prefecture where we'll be staying, along with, you know, that whole 12-hour maintenance dog check thing, routine, not maintenance. Sounds like the dogs are a car right now. But with that all being said, that's what we're looking at right now. So I know I said that early May will be over there, and I hope that's still the case. I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible here. But just keep in mind that might not be the case. And I just wanted to let you guys all know that, because I didn't want you to expect like, oh, what's he doing back on Big Island? We should be seeing Japan already. And I want to show you guys Japan, and there's places that are on the list for things to do in Saitama that are really cool. There is a couple amusement parks. I don't know if they're open. I think one is closed, but there is a couple amusement parks in Saitama already. There's also a bunch of shrines, and I'm trying to learn like the decorum to have when going to a shrine and recording, because I don't want to be rude first and foremost. I don't want to be rude and then have people like hate me in my own prefecture. You know what I mean? Because I want to try to get along with everyone over there. I want to make new friends and all that. So with that being said, there also is 3 card shops in Japan for the trading card games that I play. So I'm super, well, not in Japan, in Saitama. So I'm super stoked, because I thought I would have to go all the way to Tokyo just to like play cards at a card shop. But since there are some in Saitama already, super stoked about that. So I really want to go check those out. I don't know if you guys have interest in trading cards or not. If you do, leave them in the comments, and then I will take you guys with me when I go look at them. But if not, then that's something I'll just let you guys know if it went well or not. And then on the other hand, right now, Sandy is also going through her heat phases right now. When we went back to Big Island, 2 of the dogs over there, because all the dogs on Big Island are girls, right? 2 of them were having heat, and I think just because of that, it helped speed things along for Sandy, because I think Sandy was supposed to be end of May time. But I think when they're all together, maybe I don't know. I honestly don't know. But she has it now, and that's all that really matters, right? So also trying to make sure that Cole doesn't go crazy, because on Big Island, we were able to have Cole on the inside of the house, and then the other dogs were on the porch area because they were bleeding and everything, of course. But back here, we don't really have that much space. For the most part, Sandy's just sleeping in my room now, but she's going through like this, like all of her routine things, like the time that she uses the bathroom and her eating habits. It's all changing right now, and it's expected to change, and that's just a little headache. She also woke me up this morning at 5 a.m. and then 6 a.m. and then 7 a.m. and then 8 a.m. and then 9 a.m. and then you get the idea. She wanted to go to the park, and obviously we can't take a dog in heat to a public dog park, because I don't know even they have private dog parks. That'd be pretty cool, but a little bit too bougie for me. But yeah, you can't take a dog in heat to the dog park. I know people who have while we were there, and then it drive all the boy dogs crazy, and then you're just like, why are you doing that? So I can't be a hypocrite, right? And of course, like, why would you do that? You're just asking for trouble to happen. So she's a little bit upsetty spaghetti because she can't go to the park, and I think that's also why she isn't using the restroom as much right now, because she's waiting to go to the park, and it's like, girl, you're not going to the park. Just use the bathroom here. But I have been taking her cruising with me, so like when I go get coffee in the morning, I just put her in the back there, and sometimes I have the window down, and then if there's plenty people on the road, I have the window up. But she is still going out, and then sometimes we go late night cruising too. So she's getting her cruising, because I know she likes going riding. If you say riding by her, she does that wiggle walk, which I showed you guys before. But I really wanted to go to the dog park just like a couple times, get a couple more shots of that, but might have to wait. There aren't any dog parks on Big Island that are completely like closed off fence wise, so just because of that you have to have her on leash, because I'm not sure, like if she sees a cat or something, I'm pretty sure she's just gonna bolt to it. But with all of that being said, that is going to be the update for today. I am planning on looking into a couple more places we can go to just before we end things on this island. I do want to go through Waikiki, like do a walk through Waikiki, but every time I'm planning to do that, I always think to myself about the crowds. I am a little bit more optimistic now just because I've been vaccinated, but just because of that, it doesn't mean like you can't get it. I think they just said that the symptoms will be less severe and you might not die. Like there's no death if you get vaccinated. I think that's what they said. But still yet, I'm a precautious person when it comes to this stuff, and I'm always back and forth. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm adamant, I'm gonna go walk Waikiki, I'm gonna vlog it, it's gonna be great, I'll show you guys. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, are you sure? And then I start doubting myself. So, I don't know. I want to do Waikiki, but I'm not sure. There are other places, like I want to go to Chinaman's Hat. I want to do some more scenic-y things. I really like scenic-y things, and I just want to get them on camera too, because not only to show you guys, but then if we ever get like homesick in Japan too, we can just look back and look at all the videos and be like, hey, yeah, I remember that. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. If there are any like scenic things on this island that you guys want to see, leave it in the comments so that way I can look at it and try to see if it's able to do, if it's still open. Almost all of the hikes and everything are open right now, but sometimes they're closed on certain days, and that's just why our early planning will take place. When it comes to Diamond Head and Coco Head, I think it's Coco Head, those ones I'm a little bit skeptical about, just because there's the tunnel in Diamond Head that goes up. There's like this really long staircase and this really close claustrophobic just cave where I'm like bending down the whole way, and it's just packed full of people all the time when it's open. So that's why I'm skeptical about doing Diamond Head. I just don't want to be packed with a bunch of people really close to each other, because you're basically rubbing up on everyone because you're going two ways. And just with the pandemic and everything, that's just like a hell no for me right now. If it didn't have that, I would be game, just because of the spacing. Because like as you go up, the spacing is really good. As you're past the tunnel, the spacing's pretty decent. But once you're in that tunnel area, it's just crap. Coco Head, I know people who've done it multiple times. I know my brother's done it multiple times. There's one part where you're on a ladder, and if you slip, you basically die. I've seen pictures of the ladder, and I'm like, that's not too bad, but just the fact that my balance isn't the greatest, and if I slip, I die, that's kind of harsh. And then the other hike, there's three. The other one that we haven't done is the Manoa Falls hike. I really want to do Manoa Falls, but it's still closed because of there was like a landslide in the area. So that's why it's closed. When I drive over there, like that time that we went together, it's completely open, but then it says it's closed on the side. And you're like, well, why is your gate open if you say it's closed? So yeah. But with that all being said, that's the game plan. That's what it's looking like right now. So about a month still here, and then hopefully we'll be flying to Japan as planned. And then the dogs did pretty well on the plane going to Big Island. More so when we came back from Big Island to Oahu, I had the bag of treats with me, and when I saw Sandy getting nervous, I started just feeding her treats. I was like, girl, just eat your worries away at this point and just fucking treat. So that's the game plan for going to Japan, basically. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll be doing some more scenic-y stuff in that one. I just wanted to let you guys know in this one what was happening and what to may or may not expect because of it. So I will catch you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a good day.